Well, good morning, guys. Happy Monday to everybody. I just want to say thank you guys for coming on and watching, and welcome to Talk with Rissa. And I'm Rissa, your host, with the amazing Swag Her magazine, guys. It's going to be a lovely day today. So I hope you guys get out there and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. It's a beautiful day, and yesterday was beautiful too. I think we had a great weekend, and so it's Monday. I hope you guys are getting right back in and diving back in and just getting some things done that you want to do. But without further ado, I just want to tell you guys that I'm very excited about my guest today. We have been kind of back and forth for a while, but we finally got this thing down and we got it down pat. And I'm just glad that you're able to come on. Without further ado, I just want y'all to welcome none other than the founder and owner of Higher Minds of Education LLC, Felicia Young. Hi, Felicia.
Hello, Rissa. How are you doing this morning?
I'm so good. How are you?
Oh, I am doing excellent. And you are right. It is very beautiful outside. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
I know. And it's a shame we were talking earlier. You and I both are going to go crawl into bed and get naps after this.
Right. It's been a busy morning already.
Already for both of us, but we have little ones around the house, so that makes a big difference when they're small like that. Yes, and I just want to say we're just gonna dive right in because I know everybody's probably wondering what in the world is Higher Minds of Education, and I know it's kind of self-explanatory, like Higher Minds of Education, but I know they're probably thinking because I know when I first met you a few years ago through Meet the World Image Solutions, with Rhonda Lawson, and I think we were actually sitting at the table next to each other, and I was like, "Higher mind," I was thinking, "Higher Minds of Education." Like, I wonder what she does, and I'm sure everybody else, and I know it's something to do with higher education, but exactly what do you do? So why don't you just give us, start us off, and just tell us what, how did you come about? What gave you the vision to start Higher Minds of Education, and where did it come from for you? What was your purpose in it?
Okay, so Higher Minds of Education, I always tell people that I am the consultant you never knew you needed, right? So
Mhm.
if you have a high school student, sophomores, freshmen, even middle school that are thinking about going to college, you may want to talk to somebody about education scholarships fast because everything changes so fast. Things are so different than when I went to school 20 years ago. It is amazing that was 20 years ago. I can't believe it.
Uh-huh.
But my vision for Higher Minds of Education came about because in the summer of 2016, I
Mhm.
lost my job and my house flooded on the exact same day.
Oh.
So I was thrust into entrepreneurship. So I was like, how am I going to pay the light bill? So I did what I've always done, and that's help students. So Higher Minds of Education was birthed from that because those are my skill sets, helping students, helping them find ways to pay for college, helping them not get into deep debt. That's what I've always done my entire career. Can you believe that? So I was very blessed and fortunate to be able to create this business and meet awesome parents and students along the way. So I have enjoyed this journey just as much as the students that I help.
Oh, wow. So it's amazing how something, you were saying how you created it, how it came about, and it's something that is really helping other people. So that's a good thing, when you can find something from your own struggles to help other people, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Good
And just
morning,
let
Al.
me add that. Huh?
Mhm. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add that, funny story. When I was in college, I was always the student who did all of her financial aid and everything last. So me
Uh-huh.
becoming a financial aid professional, working in higher ed with students who are always doing things last minute, that is some sort of karma for me because I was that student who did never have anything on time, was late, was a problem. Like,
Mhm.
Felicia, get it together. So now I have to make sure I have that compassion for my students because I did have great counselors that helped me. So I try to be that for my students as well.
Yeah, I think that would be me too. That's me. I was like the last one. Actually, I don't even remember how I got half of the stuff I got. good counselors or whatever. And I don't know where you was when my daughter went to school a few years back, or why I didn't contact you, because I was like, we went to the school and it was like, no, mom, she can't get in. You owe blah 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 and blah blah blah. And I was like, wait, what? I don't. What the world is going on here? But anyway, we worked it out or whatever. But it was just a crazy situation. So
A lot of parents experience that. It's like, you know that your child has to go to school, you have to pay for it, but like trying to understand the lingo and everything that's going on, then your student is giving you half information from what they're getting from another source or their
right.
friends. I mean, it's just chaotic.
Yes. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I have one that is getting ready to go to college, and I will definitely be in touch with you for that. So, guys, I'm telling you, she's the one. This is the queen. If you're looking for financial help with financial aid or whatever, the services that you do, this is the lady. So, speaking of that, can you tell us just a list of most of your services that you do, or what you offer, or what people can come to you if they have questions about or whatever?
My most popular service is the scholarship search. Everybody wants to be able to find scholarships because that's where the big money is. I like to tell parents, start sophomore, junior year looking for scholarships. I mean, your student isn't graduating, but you can put together a list of scholarships, and the deadline dates don't really change from year to year. Just, they kind of stay around the same. So I advise parents to make a list of Microsoft, Word program, Excel, go in there, put the names, the deadlines, just the link to the stuff. Start early. So that's my most popular because everybody's looking for the last minute money, but we have
Right.
to plan early. I also help with completing FAFSA as well as college admission. So a lot of parents want their students to be able to explore different colleges. So we kind of go through different schools, what the advantages, disadvantages, what majors their students may have, things like that. So those are some of the popular services.
Oh, okay. Wow. In other words, when they're applying for scholarships or whatever, they're going for the different type of scholarships out there. Planning is essential. It's essential to plan, and it's almost like you're planning for a vacation or anything else that you plan for. So definitely, what you're telling them is that they need to get out there and just start early and get to work and start looking for these. Which I never knew that, and that's some great advice, especially if you guys are out there and you're watching and you have kids that are like she said, sophomores, or maybe even freshmen just entering high school. It's never too early to start. Just start and start looking. Now I do have a 12-year-old, so this is great advice for me.
And, even looking for things during the summer for your 12-year-old. Now we're in the middle of COVID, a pandemic, but hopefully we'll come out of this on the other side, able to be out and about and with each other again. So if
Mhm.
that happens sometime soon, make sure that you look for your 12-year-old some summer initiatives, internships into things that he or she, is it a girl, boy?
Boy. Mhm.
Okay, that he's interested in, that you could find maybe for free or discount that they're doing scholarships for, just to get him some experience to help build his resume. Because as you graduate, every graduating senior should have a resume to send in with the scholarships because they ask.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that this is my third child, but at least sometimes you know how they say the second, third time's the charm or whatever. That's what I'm going to use right now. But at least I'll know. So when he gets in high school and he becomes that freshman, then I can start to plan and to look, because I definitely didn't do that with my older ones because I just didn't know. And sometimes when you don't know, you just don't know. So it's good to know and learn. So that's some great advice, guys. So if you're out there, I hope you're listening and soaking this in, because I'm soaking this up like a sponge, guys. This is some good info here. So tell us, what would you tell someone if they were to ask you what is so important about FAFSA?
What's so important about FAFSA is millions of dollars are left on the table simply because students do not apply. Like, I was reading an article the other day. There was millions just in Louisiana alone. I know hundreds of thousands of dollars left on the table because students don't apply for the scholarships or they don't complete FAFSA. So in
Mhm.
order to get your tops, you have to complete the FAFSA. So they make that kind of more of a requirement. So that
Mhm.
way they can encourage students to do the FAFSA. Also, FAFSA is a graduation requirement. So those are the top reasons to do FAFSA.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, get it done.
get it done, guys. And it isn't a requirement from for
It's a
grad.
requirement.
Okay,
Yes,
so you guys heard that, and if your students come home and say, "Well, I don't want to do it," get it done.
get it
Get
done.
it.
Because they have an option to do a waiver, but I tell students it doesn't take that long to fill out the FAFSA. It's relatively easy. And if you decide that later on you may graduate, see everybody else going off and decide, maybe I want to do the community college or something. Or
Mhm.
maybe I want to go to beauty or barber school. You can still use those funds for that type of program as well. So it won't hurt anything to fill it out. You don't have to pay anything. It's a free application. So yeah, students definitely need to complete it.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Definitely need to get out there and just complete that FAFSA. You hear this, parents? If you're listening, don't let those kids talk you out of that because it's easy. It's so easy for them to do. And as parents, we have busy lives. We're busy, so we don't want to take the time to sit there and do it. So if they're like, "I don't want it," okay, whatever,
Right.
Let's just take some time, guys. Just take a little time and get into that child's mind and get that pass done and check on them and make sure it gets done. But what I do know, what I did learn that I think is very awesome is that you offer a planner for the students.
I do. I think
Yeah,
I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is.
I was like, you know what? I gotta get me one of those. So can you tell us a little bit about it and tell people if they're interested in purchasing one, where they can purchase one at?
Okay. Well, the planner is a student planner, and it can essentially be used for anybody who wants to plan. In the front of the planner, there are tips for high school seniors. So you can definitely use this with a sophomore or a junior to get them prepared. So it talks
Okay.
about when you should complete your FAFSA, when you should start thinking about applying to scholarships, when you should think about just doing all the important things to get through your senior year. So we have
Mhm.
it on the website right now. The one for the what is this, 2021 school year is on there. It's discounted for $10 only. And the regular price is 25, so it's $10, so they can really still get it. It lasts all the way through June, so that that's still relatively half the year. Is
Mm.
available on the website, which is hmofed.com,
Okay.
highermindsofeducation.com. And so it is an excellent planner. Every parent that bought it for their kids enjoyed it, said how it helped them stay on track. It's
Mhm.
beautiful cover. I worked forever on making sure that it was pleasing to the eye. So if you guys
Yeah.
could just go to the website and just check it out, even if you don't purchase one, I would like for you to, but just to see what's on there, just so you can check it out. It's a
Mm.
fantastic idea. I have people contact me on LinkedIn looking for. The lady was like, "I'm gonna buy a planner." She contacted me 2 months later, and she actually bought the planner. She's like, "I'm gonna get for my daughter." So yeah, the planner. I love it. It's
Yeah.
a. I mean, it's not a. You know how sometimes you buy a planner and it's kind of cheap.
Yes.
This is
Mhm.
a sturdy planner. Like it has the plastic on the outsides of it, and you can't tear it up and things like that. So it can manage with a high school student.
It's student proof, right?
Right.
You're throwing stuff around and throwing it in the bag, and sometimes it's
Right.
dropping on the ground and stepping on it or whatever. So this planner is student proof. It's sturdy and it's good, but not only is it durable, it is a good planner to have.
Definitely.
Yes. Great. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. And if you get a chance, go on that site and look for it. And I'm definitely going to get me one of those, Felicia, because I'm going to need it. I'm definitely gonna need it with these children I have in here today. Um, so yeah, and is there any type of advice you could give a high school student that may be on the fence about higher education, going to college or whatever versus not going? Is there any type of advice you could give them?
My advice to the student is to really sit down and write a list about the pros and the cons. I have a lot of students who feel the pressure to attend a 4 year, but that's not what they want to do. They really want to do something that will prepare them, but put them right into the workforce, like a technical or community college. And that is
Mhm.
awesome as well. There is no one rule to be successful. The goal is to get our students educated so they are able to take care of themselves and contribute positively to the world.
Mhm.
So if you don't want to do what everybody else is doing, that is fine. If you want to go from high school straight to work and come back later, you know, think about it, make a list. I believe in lists because they can help you really take it out of your mind and put it on paper to see what you're really thinking, pros and cons, and just kind of decide what is best for you. Because sometimes what everybody else is doing is not good for us, and you'll waste time and money, doing certain things, but really think about what it is that you want to be when you grow up. And that will be
Right, right. I think that's an excellent idea because a lot of times, such as my daughter, when they start college, a lot of times they go in knowing exactly what they want to do. And then a year, 2 years later, it's like, I'm changing my major, and I'm like, what? So that's very good advice because I definitely did it. I mean, just being young and not knowing, and so many different avenues in life that you might want to take or you think you might want to take, and it just changes. So that's definitely some great advice.
definitely, just the experience of being in college. You may meet a professor that says something that sparks your interest. That'll make you want to change your major. Like, so, kind of taking your time to see what you really like. And then you have some students who know exactly what they're going to do and complete. Most students aren't like that. I wasn't like that. It took me 5 years to graduate because I
Yeah.
was all over the place. I went
Um,
prepared and all type of crazy stuff happened, but
uh-huh.
I got it together.
And,
So
and
now
you
my
know,
job is to help other students keep
I,
it together.
I know how ironic, your job is now to help other students, and you're still together because are you still getting your doctorate right now, or have you received?
Yes,
Okay, that's
I
all.
haven't finished yet. I have to write the dissertation.
Congratulations to you on that. I mean, that's just leading by example. That's what you're doing. Exactly. What you're learning, what you're selling, what you're preaching, what you're teaching, everything. And a lot of people can do that, but they don't lead by example. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're just leading by example and you're letting them know exactly what you stand for, higher minds of education. And education is a significant key. A lot of people might think it's not, but it is a very significant key to a successful life. So most, 9 out of 10 times. So
Right.
I'm a great. I do believe in that definitely. So congratulations to you on that, Felicia.
Say congratulations when I'm done.
Yes.
But thank you.
Well, we'll have to have you back on here when you're done, and you have to tell us all about it and
I
give some
will.
advice on how you did that. Yeah, actually, we can probably do a special with you and Dr. Lawson because I'll have two doctors on my show, and I'm excited about that. Yeah. So, as we all know, this is February the 1st, guys, and it is Black History Month. And I'm so excited. I love Black History Month, and I'm sure that a lot of people do. It's that month that gives us a chance. Well, we should do it all year round, but it's just a special time that we have set aside to emphasize a little more about Black history, guys. And we have to take advantage of that. But being that it is Black History Month, I do want everyone to be aware that it's also Financial Aid Awareness Month. And I never really knew that. So that's good. And if you didn't know that out there, that's good that you're watching and you know that. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this Financial Aid Awareness Month?
Well, Financial Aid Awareness Month is an excellent time for students to reach out to their guidance counselors at their schools and to discuss whatever options they have in terms of financial aid if they have not completed it, if they have questions about what their award letters mean. This is a time to focus. Like we do in Black History Month, we put a lot of focus on talking about Black inventors and just people who have been movers and shakers within our culture.
Right.
However, the same goes over to financial aid. Now is the time to focus. And I think this is a great month because it's right before we're ending school, but in enough time where students have that catch up time. So
Hmm.
because of that, I am going to have a workshop at the end of February. The flyer will be on my website later today, where we
Hmm.
will talk about scholarships. We will talk about how to find scholarships, different types of scholarships, institutional scholarships, outside scholarships, which are like Coca-Cola and Bill and Melinda Gates, those type of scholarships. So I want to help those students. That's going to be geared a lot towards the sophomores and juniors, but I definitely invite seniors to hop on the line to see what information they can get right before they're at the end of their year, because they've had a crazy year. Poor babies. This has been such a traumatic year for them, starting their senior year in COVID with no prom and homecoming activities. So
Right.
yeah, so definitely try to get on this to make sure that you have enough money to pay for college as you go off next fall.
Yes, definitely. Wow, this is going to be awesome. So now, is your workshop, is it going to be virtual, or is it going to be in a location?
It's going to be virtual. It's going to be a virtual workshop. I'm going to allow participants to hop on. It's going to be a 60-minute workshop to discuss all things scholarship. We'll breeze over college admissions, completing financial aid, because financial aid is directly, and I say financial aid, I mean FAFSA, is directly
Hmm.
tied to a lot of scholarships, because sometimes the scholarships ask, have you completed FAFSA? And they can use that as a determining factor of what your need is for the
Okay.
scholarship. So we'll talk about all of those things. So I'm really excited to do this February.
This sounds exciting, guys. And they can go on your site to find out more information about the
Yes.
workshop.
And I will have the flyer out on Instagram, Facebook, and on the website.
Wow, this is really exciting. So, guys, if you're looking for scholarships, or you're interested in any of that, or you know someone that might be have students or kids or whatever that might be interested in, you guys get on this workshop. You do not want to miss this. I mean, this is going to be some great information. Felicia has taken the time to share this with you, to prepare this. And share this with you, and you just have to listen and follow the instructions that she's telling you. I mean, how much easier can that be? How much better can that be? Because in my time, I didn't have anything like that. So, and I'm sure you didn't have that at hands on right there to just hand that to you like that. So, guys, take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. This is some awesome, awesome things that she have going on here. And I know that with everything that you have going on, I know you're a busy person, and I know that you have a home life outside of that, and with everything that you're doing. So why don't you, can you share with me, how do you do your self-care for yourself? How do you do self-care in the midst of all of this? Because I know you have a 1 year old, and do you have a son too, right?
Yes, an 8-year-old. Yes.
8 year
So
old and a
I'm
1 year old. Yes.
right. So I buy lots of bottles of dye. Yes, I do. But just keeping it all together, I really have to say that prayer and meditation is something that I try to keep at the center, because without that, I would just be all over the place. Life pulls us in so many directions, and as moms, we have a lot of mom guilt because we can't be and do everything for everybody. So I try to make sure that I take time for myself, to just have a lunch alone, not even with friends, just to have some a long time to be just centered, because that's very important in the world that we live in. And now we're distant from everybody. We're zooming with everything. It's just a crazy time that we live in. So making sure that I take a moment, even if it's like when the kids go to sleep and it's 9 o'clock, and I just sit in the room and
Mhm.
eat dinner by myself and watch a TV show that I'm just watching just because I need something else, just
Right.
that type of time, just taking 30, 40 minutes for yourself, because we all need that, just for yourself, just to relax and unwind. So I try to make sure I put those moments in there. Even if I have to go sit in my car in the garage and like, oh, I just need a second to breathe. You have to take those moments, because you can get overwhelmed, and it can be a lot, and then being stuck home.
Yes. Yeah. So that's some great advice, because even students, and a lot of people don't realize that, but we as adults, like you said, we need that time to ourselves. We need that self-care, and it's so important, especially these days, like you say, with everything that's going on. But even with the younger students that's in high school, juniors or seniors or whatever, I'm sure they can be just as stressful. And sometimes we don't realize it that, and a lot of people might think, well, there's no need for them to be stressed because they're not adults and they don't have the worries of adults of paying bills and doing several adult things like that. But at the same time, they have a lot going on, and I know that it's important for them to take time. So if you have one that was nervous or scared or whatever, do you offer, are you kind of hands-on with your clients that may come in or whatever? Are you able to do a phone call, or I mean, how hands-on are you with helping?
Let me say this about the students. They probably have actually more stress than we do because
Right.
they have to deal with us and all of our
Yeah.
stress. Then their
Yes.
peers, teachers, learning, social media. Like they're probably way more stressed out because we didn't have that pressure of competing with social media performers. So they may actually be more stressed. But yeah, I'm very hands on, and I always make a joke because whenever I'm talking to students, they somehow become a part of my extended family. So I have a lot of nieces and nephews out there that I work with because I mean it's hard not to be invested in a student when you're helping them with one of the most important decisions of their life, right?
Right. Hmm.
So when I schedule the conference calls, when we are working together, like my students have my number to contact me. They text me to tell me that they've done great. I have one student who graduated last year. She's at Tuskegee. She texts me to tell me she made all A's last semester. So I was
Oh,
so very proud of her. So I can't ever get rid of them. They're a part of, my social network now. So I
oh,
really am definitely hands on with students. I mean, the moms are all like, girl, we're going to invite you to the barbecue. We just love Miss Felicia. So I'm in families and I'm very appreciative of that. And I am happy that, they refer my services to people that they know, just
oh,
because they've had a great experience. And that's the true testament that you are really doing something that is transformational to someone else's life.
exactly, exactly. You're like a quiet hero.
I'm just everybody's mom and I fuss and everything. So
That's amazing. So, do you have anything, any future besides your workshop that's coming up? Any other future events or anything that you're planning? What's next for Higher Minds of Education?
okay, so the new planner for 21-22 will be coming out in May. So I want to make sure that I get that out there because I wrote it out a little late for the previous school year, but this year I'm starting early to make sure that everybody's able to get those planners off the website when I'm out doing tabling events and things like that. So I have the new planner.
Mhm.
I think I'm
And
gonna try to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I think I'm going to try to do another workshop in March. I'm going to see how the February one goes just to see if students, if I maybe can do a different topic than just scholarships. Maybe do something about um, how to prepare for the first year because that's important too. Like
Right.
a lot of students off, but then what do they do once they get there? Because we're at home.
Mhm.
And so, they need those tools. So that's a workshop that I thought about doing right as COVID hit. So I may do that as well. But the exciting thing I have going on is I don't know if you saw on my website. I had two students win the first Higher Minds. My scholarship is popping. Scholarship program, and so they both won $1,000. And so we're
Yeah.
gonna do a hopefully in person award to them with a big check and a reception. So those are things that are coming up for us. We're gonna celebrate the students graduating, the planner, and the workshop.
Well, beautiful, beautiful. Are you the Meet the World Image Solutions Black History event this year?
have to talk to Rhonda. I am definitely interested. I've been doing it forever, so I just assumed that she put
No.
me in, right?
Yeah,
Because I mean, I'm just part of it.
it's
But I
not,
was
it's
actually looking
not
at the
an event
pictures.
without you. Not an event without you. Yes.
Right. And I was so honored the first time that she asked me because I met her just, at an event here in Baton Rouge and we were both speakers.
Mhm.
And she asked me, did I want to be involved? And I was so honored. And she put me on the panel. And so we have been just fast friends from that point. And I just absolutely adore Rhonda and
Yeah.
so happy that I'm able to help with her students every year. So hopefully I'll be doing that.
Yeah, such an awesome person. I know. I just love her. Like I said, I can't wait, you guys. I'm gonna have to have you both back on, and we're gonna have to talk some doctorate talk. So, is there anything else you would like to share with us before we get ready to end the interview?
The one thing I want to say is plan early. For all of those parents who have sophomores and juniors, start planning now. The
Hmm.
juniors can go out there and start looking at the FAFSA website. They can go ahead and get their username and password. They can start doing some things because they'll be seniors in August. So
Right.
it's time to start with that. Right. Current seniors, apply, apply, apply. Any scholarship that you see, I don't care if it's for $100, apply for it because nobody's applying for it. So you'll more than likely get it. So apply for every scholarship that you see because a few $100 can turn into $1,000 if you get 10 of them. So I really want students to apply because they're not applying. So apply
Mhm.
and parents make them apply to those scholarships to help cut down on some of that cost for the college tuition.
Exactly. And I don't, you guys, if you're grasping what she's saying, that because like for instance, for me, if I saw $100 scholarship, I now that you said what you said, I probably would have in the past been thinking, well, it's just $100, so it really won't do much for me. But what she's saying is it will do a lot for you. You will be surprised and you will probably get it because everybody might have been thinking simple-minded, like I was thinking. It's just $200 scholarship. So
Right.
nah, you're not seeing big dollars, but the more you apply, and like she said, if you apply for 10 of them, it turns into 1,000. So that makes a lot of sense, guys. Apply, apply, apply.
Apply.
So Felicia, before we get ready to close out, can you tell people once again where they can find you?
Okay, you can find me on my website, hmofed.com, Higher Minds of Education, or you can shoot me an email at info@hmofed.com.
Wonderful. And you're
Oh,
on Facebook.
Facebook and Instagram. Don't let me not say Facebook and Instagram. Higher Minds of Education. Everybody's on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Find me, like the page, share.
Yes. Find her on Instagram, guys, and Facebook and like it. It's simple. Higher Minds of Education. Just find her, guys. This has truly been a treat. Just an honor, and I'm so glad that we got a chance to do this, and especially during this time of the Financial Aid Awareness Month, guys. Look it up, see what it's about, see what they're talking about, and look Felicia up with Higher Minds of Education LLC, an awesome opportunity that you have here. And don't forget the workshop that she has coming up. Go on her site, look on Instagram, just find it and get involved. And don't forget that awesome planner that she has as well. And I'll definitely be purchasing me one of those for my student to be real soon too. So I'm excited about it. It has been a true pleasure to have you on here, and I have learned a lot in these few minutes about higher education. It's just awesome. And I hope you guys have learned a lot too. Is there anything else you would like to share, Felicia?
Nothing else, but I just want everybody to enjoy their beautiful week and have a great day.
Yes, guys. And don't forget, as she said, plan early. Plan early. And guys, if you would like to appear on Talk with Rissa, please just shoot me a quick email at www.sweetandandreal2020 20 at yahoo.com, or you can go on my website at www.sweetandreal.com and come on down and join me, and I would be happy to interview you. And if you guys are not busy, this Thursday coming up, Sweet and Real returns with a hot discussion. You do not want to miss this. I have some awesome guests that will be on there to join me. Don't forget to like and follow the amazing Swag Her magazine, guys. Follow them on Facebook and like them. Follow them on Instagram and like them on Facebook. I'm backwards here today. And don't forget to do that the same with Sweet and Real. But this has been an amazing day. And I hope you guys go out there and enjoy the rest of your amazing day. And remember, like Felicia said, plan early. Plan early, whatever you do, guys, and get that FAFSA done, whatever you do. And with that being said, I just want to say always be strong, stay wise, and pay it forward, guys. I am Risa, your forever Mrs. Louisiana, with the amazing Swag Her magazine. And until next time, you guys stay classy. God bless you guys. Have a great day.